Now, don't forget, when all this first started coming out about Virginia, people didn't believe her. You know, she was made out to be the liar, the manipulator, you know, and the certainly the royal family media machine went into full overdrive, you know, trying to discredit Virginia, didn't it? And so I'm going to show you this interview that Fergie made at the time. So it was 10 years ago. Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, not anymore, or well, she still is, but she just can't use it now, comments on her ex-husband, Prince Andrew's alleged sex scandal and what it's like to be in the media line of fire. So basically, Sarah did this interview on the Meredith Vieira show. I don't know. Apparently, she'd been on there before. Yeah, she came on this show to try and make people feel sorry for her. So I'll have to stop it on a regular basis, try and avoid the copyright strike. But
that have surfaced about Prince Andrew, your ex, you call him your favorite ex.
Your favorite ex? Ha 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 ha! Yeah, hilarious. So she was split up from Andrew here. But of course, they've always been close. Even I'm not sure why they split up. Really, well, they were. Do you know what? These people as well. They're just amoral. They're just shagging like rabbits all over the place. They are. They're sleeping with. They all sleep. It's like this incestuous community. You know, don't forget that Princess Anne, who's probably you know, the most reputable of the royals at the moment. That don't say much, does it? But she had an affair with Camilla Parker Bowles' husband. They're all at it, all together. You know, it's like, and didn't like Sarah Ferguson's father, he was a complete, you know, he'd slept with everybody, practically. You know, there's like, and didn't, again, that's a whole nother can of worms to open. Who's sleeping with who? They just got no morals whatsoever. And of course, that all started with Prince Philip, really, and Lord Mountbatten. Prince Philip, you know, the Queen's husband, he was a notorious womanizer. You know, they're all the same. Males, females, even Princess Anne there sleeping with Camilla Parker Bowles' husband. You know, they're all entwined in it together. It's horrible, actually. It's horrible, and they all need knocking off their perches. So anyway, here's Sarah thinking it's hilarious to describe Andrew as her favourite ex.
It's from a woman who says that between 1999 and 2002, when she was underage, she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew on several occasions.
So this interviewer says, what you got to say about this? I mean, how can Fergie just ignore it? And her daughters were young then.
What was your reaction when you heard that?
Well, knowing him as I know him, and he's one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life. And
hello? Knowing him as I know him, and he's one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life. Oh my God. Well, do you know what? I don't know what kind of men she's met in her life then. I mean, her father's nothing to go by as well. Her father, he's, as I say, notorious womanizer. He was an embarrassment in the, you know, so he's one of the best men I've ever known in my life. But look at the yardstick that she's got to go by. Epstein, she described him as this fabulous friend, didn't she? And this, that, and the other. Oh my God, let me just get up about her dad because he was a major or something. You know, this is what I mean. All this is coming back to the fore. You know, we have to remember these, that this is the royal family. You know, it's not just her, it's not just Andrew, it's Charles, it's Shamila, it's all of them. And even Willie, he's got his secrets, hasn't he? So Major Ronald Ferguson, that's her dad. Let's have a look. Yeah. So he's another. Stop it, Tia. Right, go on to the bathroom. He's another one with problems with his eyebrows. God, where did they never? What did women ever see in him? Somebody tell me what they ever saw in him. Let me show. Let's have a look at some photos of him. You know, how did women like him? Somebody tell me. Look at his eyebrows. For God's sake. For God's sake. The eyebrows have got a life of their own, haven't they? You know, maybe there's something to do with Ghislaine's hirsute flower. Well, so don't these royal people, don't they even know about sort of trimming your eyebrows, or, you know, haven't they ever heard of lady shaves? It's like, oh God. Look, so I suppose you could say when he was quite young, he was reasonably good looking, but look at the eyebrows. So this is Sarah Ferguson's father. Yeah, a prolific womanizer. You know, just what would any woman see in him? I just don't get. It must be the money. It's got to be the money, isn't it? What else could it be? Or are drugs involved? You know, are drugs involved? Yeah. Yeah, looks like the bald eagle off the Muppets. I just, please tell me what women see in these men. I don't know. No, my very first words to him be, I'm sorry, you're not coming anywhere near me until those eyebrows are dealt with. Just makes me feel ill looking at them. You know, you've got to, you know, unless you're just going to always turn the light off, for God's sake. Aye, so both her and Ghislaine, they haven't got very good male role models, have they? So we've got Sarah saying, look, as she said, Andrew is the best man she's ever known. Whatever.
My best friend and great father to my children. I just thought, I don't understand in this day and age how people can make salacious lies up. And
Oh, I don't understand in this day and age how people can make salacious lies up. Oh my goodness. You mean like going to Pizza Express or whatever? You mean like not being able to sweat? Is that what she means? Salacious lies. Let's have a look. The man who said that he can't sweat. I need to put my picture up of him sweating now. Yeah, those are the sort of salacious lies maybe she's talking about. Yeah, saying you can't sweat. And yeah, somebody's obviously sprayed him with something there then, because he couldn't sweat. Oh my God, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, it's getting beyond the joke now, you know. I mean, not that it was ever a joke, but it's like the depth of it. Honestly, I'm really starting to think this is going to set something in motion that won't be able to be stopped. I think they could take Andrew now and exile him to Timbuktu, and it won't stop this damage that this has all caused to the royal family. And I think it's all going to come out even more. And it won't only be about Andrew. The whole royal family is corrupt. All of it. Shamila, Charlie Boy, even Willie's got he's only acting now because he's trying to save his kingship for later. Why didn't he do something 5 years ago? Why didn't he come out? You know, people can slag off Prince Harry as much as they want, but he did come out and condemn Andrew at least. You know, and everybody has a go about Harry and Meghan. They haven't been trafficking young girls and doing stuff like that. They just pissed everyone off because they went to live in America because they couldn't stand living in this cesspit. So, Yeah, you know, I think it's too late for the royal family. I really do.
How the media actually then
Hope
write
so.
about it and then follow on with it, because I just
Oh,
don't understand. This is defamation of character of a
oh,
person
defamation.
that is
Defamation of character of a person.
the opposite to how he's being portrayed.
Oh,
So Buckingham Palace put out a denial and
On his behalf.
on his behalf, and that's how it works within the royal family. And they stand by that denial. There is no more.
oh, yeah, well, if Buckingham Palace say so, then it must be true. Because they only ever tell the truth, don't they, at Buckingham Palace? Oh, my God. When I found this and I thought, oh, this has not aged well for Sarah Ferguson. You know, this interview, trying to say what a fantastic person Andrew is and what a nasty, vicious liar Virginia is and how terrible the media are for pursuing this story. It's not aged well, has it? Because now it's all been vindicated. So Andrew, this fantastic man, borrowed £12 million off his mummy to pay off a woman that he'd never even met.
Or there's nothing more to be said, and I
Well,
think
nothing
it
more
is
to be
just.
said.
It is just shockingly accusatory lies, which
Shockingly accusatory lies. Terrible. Oh my God. So this is the woman that tried to sell appointments with Prince Andrew, didn't she? She was videoed doing that. This is the woman that has took millions of pounds from a convicted paedophile over the years. This is the woman that would do anything for money. The woman that went to the PJ Diddy parties took her daughter to one of the PJ Diddy parties. I think I've got that picture somewhere. Oh my God. And she's criticizing poor Virginia. Virginia's the baddie. She's the vicious liar. Not this horrible woman. I'm going to find that picture of at the Diddy party. You know, this has really captured my interest because I think this is going to build and build more than before. And even really, it doesn't matter what this family do now, I don't think will make any difference because it's too late. It's too late. So too late to strip them of their titles now. Well, they've not even been stripped of their titles. I have to keep remembering that. Saying they can't use their titles. It's too late. Why wasn't it done years ago? People are you know, it's cut through now to the public. And even people who liked probably traditionally the royal family, they're seeing the reality of what it is. So there's been lots of things coming out. Another thing that I saw about, as I don't know if you know, but the Queen had two cousins that were mentally deficient, and they were put in a home and never visited by any of the royal family. Two cousins that had, you know, mental problems. Again, that's another video that I need to do to look into that more. You know, there's so much with this family, and I think it's all going to come out. And I do think it might be too late. I bloody hope so. I do think maybe it'll be irreversible for this corrupt, horrible, everything about royalty. It's just wrong. Ruling families in a modern society, you know, seeing the king sat there like with that stupid crown, and Camilla, who's can call herself a queen until it comes out her ears. She'll never be a queen in my eyes. You know, they're just playing at it. They're no different from like emperors of years ago or whatever. It's ridiculous. So yeah, so good old Sarah took her daughter, like you would, to one of Diddy's parties. Yeah, what a lovely woman. But it's no, it's Virginia. Virginia's the baddie. Yeah, Virginia's the baddie, according to this woman.
I won't stand by and let anybody believe, or I just have to shut it down right now.
Was it hurt your first?
Oh, shut it down right now. Well, you know, Sarah, what do you think now about this interview, I wonder?
Reaction or anger?
Total fury.
Total
yes,
fury.
Yes, because we are such a family unit. And you know yourself, Meredith, I think you've interviewed me many times on whatever else they've written about me. So I know what it's like to have this about you and not be able to say, you know, I never did it, I didn't do that, I didn't do this, because then everyone goes, oh yeah, really?
Yeah, because you did. Because you did do it. Now, what's Sarah gonna do? You know, it's like, because she's another one. What she can't go and work in Tesco's, can she? You know, or anywhere. I mean, what's she gonna do? And she needs money to fund her expensive lifestyle. Where's she gonna get her money from? And is she gonna write a book? I wonder. I mean, you know, do you think? I feel like this sort of like the royal family are definitely trying to scapegoat Andrew and Fergie, and I believe they deserve it in a way, but also I believe that the whole royal family needs scapegoating or exposing. You know, they're just trying to push it all on them. Don't look at us, don't look at us, look at them, and that might backfire on them. Because Sarah might go off, and Andrew, they might go off to America or somewhere and decide to write their own book, like Harry did, and tell the truth about the royal family. You know, it's like it may backfire on them because they know all the secrets of the royal family. Will they come out with it? You know, will they end up sort of thinking, hang on a minute, we're taking all this stick. What about you, Willie? What about you're up to with your pegging and things? What about you're doing? You know, all these things that might come out. I think the royal family could quite easily disintegrate into something. I certainly hope so. Because you know what, I don't think any of them really care about any of the you know, Charles has never cared about women. He never cared about Diana. He never, you know, what he did to her. Shamila doesn't care. They only care about propping up their lifestyle, their, you know, God-given thing to rule. You know, they don't even care really properly about duty and things like that, which I think the Queen always sort of got away with it more because you always felt like at least she worked hard and, you know, she I don't know now. I mean, she's condoned so much, and I don't think the Queen cared about Diana or anybody else either. You know, they're very cold, and it's probably to do with the way they're brought up. I don't know, but you know, I can't believe that any of them care about Virginia. Has Buckingham Palace come out and said, "Oh, we're so sorry about Andrew's victims"? No, they haven't said that. Nobody's come out and apologised for what happened, what Andrew got himself involved with. No apology. So, you know, it's hard to forgive someone if they don't apologise, isn't it?
The truth is, I want to say it on his behalf, and I want to, for the Beatrice and Eugenie, 26 and 24, and they're beautiful, courageous children. Can you imagine what they've seen with their mother, having gone through negativity in the press, now their father? You know, back off. We
back
are
off.
really...
So we've all got to care about Beatrice and Eugenie, but we can't, you know, they don't care about the young girls that were abused by Jeffrey Epstein. They obviously don't matter because they're not their children. We've all got to worry about Beatrice and Eugenie, you know, because they're just young girls. What about Virginia? She's just a nasty liar, according to Sarah in this interview.
Solid, beautiful family, and that's really it.
So what are you saying in the confines of your home, the four of you?
That we will not be defeated, we are impenetrable, and that we will show by success.
Yeah. So what do you say? We're impenetrable. Somebody made a comment on social media about that and said, "Oh, because she was impenetrable, Andrew had to go and penetrate somebody else."